Hey guys, welcome to the channel. And in this video today, I want to talk about the best strategy for the ICO investing. Now, all of a sudden, the ICO phase is once again back. This was the same time back in 2017 when all the ICOs started coming out. And I see the same time once again in 2018. There are many ICOs, good ICOs lined up. So in this video, I want to talk about some strategies that you can follow to multiply your investments, right? Now, I have to say this, that a lot of people do say that the ICOs are actually bubble, and a lot of these ICOs are not going to even sustain in the next 2 to 3 years, which is quite true. But however, there is still an opportunity out there to multiply your investment, to make money out of it, right? So we're going to look at some of the strategies that we can follow to make the money. At the same time, there are a few risks that is also involved with ICO investing. Now, before I start, I have to say this, that investing in ICO is very risky and you can lose all your money also. Remember that I repeat it once again, that investing in ICOs are risky and you can end up losing all your money. With keeping that on mind, let's begin. So the very first strategy is look for a good project, right? Of course, when you invest into ICO, you look for a good project. And now you will say that why am I even saying that goes by default? I have to look into a good project. I'll tell you why. There's a second kind of ICO investing strategy which you don't really care about what the project is all about, because you are getting into a short term. All that you're doing is you're waiting for the ICOs to get listed on the exchange and you want to encash your investment, and that's it. Right? So there are two kind of strategies that most people I have seen is follow. Of course, there may be others. I would love to hear from you. What are the other strategies that you are aware of and you tend to follow? But these are the two strategies that I'm going to talk about in this video. The first strategy is look out for the long-term project. Look out for the good project, a technological project. So you're literally looking out for the next Bitcoin, looking out for the next Ethereum, looking for the next Neo. You're looking out for the next Dash, probably, right? So you are in for the long term. You want a good project which can probably grow 10,000 times, 2,000 times, 5,000 times, and you know that you're going to hold this no matter what. This is the project I'm getting into. The white paper is great. The team is awesome. The concept is awesome. Everything is great. No matter what, I'm going to hold this for at least 2 to 3 years, 5 years, or maybe a decade. That's the first kind of ICO investing, and that is when you'll do a lot of your research. You read the white paper, you look at the team, you look at the community, you look at consistently at the news and updates that they're coming out of, and no matter what, you just keep holding. You just buy those tokens and you keep them in a nano ledger or somewhere, and you just relax and chill, right? That's the first kind of strategy, I think, which is great, because I have seen personally Ethereum has grown many multifolds. Bitcoin obviously has grown. Bitcoin was also an ICO, to be honest, right? When initially it came out in 2009, 2010, very few people knew about it. And this was trading about $1, $5, $10, $100. Today it's about $10,000 plus, right? And the same thing with Ethereum. So that's one kind of project. So you are literally aiming at next Bitcoin, you're literally aiming at next Ethereum, Dash, or whatever, and you just keep the funds and you forget. I mean, it's all there in the nano ledger or wherever, and you have you're relaxed, chill. Now the second kind of ICOs that was very surprising to me, but it exists there, which is called a short term, right? So what you actually look at, you don't look at holding. So you really don't care about what is the technology behind it. All that you care, if I am buying this token, so these are ICOs wherein they offer you sometime 50% of bonus or 30% of bonus or 10% of bonus. There are pre-ICOs, there are private sales, right? And the only aim of you getting into these ICOs is not really a long-term hold. The reason you want to get into it because you know that you're getting these bonuses right now, and as soon as they will get listed on the exchange, I'll encash it out. So maybe you bought 1,000 tokens at $1, like the $1,000 investment, plus you got 50% bonus, which is 1,500 tokens, right? So you got literally 1,500 tokens for $1 or maybe even below that, right? And you know that it's going to be listed on the exchanges at $2 or maybe whatever price. This is just an example. It can, the price of the token can be even 1 cent. There have been many tokens which were sold out at 1 cent also, right? I'm just taking a rough example. All that you care is that I have got 40,000 or 50,000 tokens and I'm waiting for this token to go and hit that exchange, maybe Binance, maybe hit BTC, maybe Bittrex or whatever, and as soon as it get listed on it, I'm going to sell it off. And you're going to take your investment back. Or maybe the second strategy is you don't want to liquidate all of them. You want to just take your investments out. So maybe you had put about $1,000. You want to take your $1,000 out. Okay, let remaining grow as it is. So that's another strategy wherein you don't really focus on what's the technology is. You don't really care whether it's gonna be in existence in the next 2 years or 3 years from now. All that you care is when is the next time when is it that it's gonna hit the exchange. That's all that you care about. So there is a risk here, right? So what happened? Let's talk about the risk now. So the kind of risk that I have come across so far. So there have been ICOs. The very first risk is when you're investing in ICO, like I said, the first question is when is it gonna hit the exchange? It kind of gives you two kind of surety. First is it gives you that option of liquidating it. So if you have an option of liquidating it anytime, go ahead, liquidate it, take your money back, or go ahead, liquidate half of it, take your investment back, or whatever. The second thing is that it gives you assurance that people are buying it. Okay, so it's legit, it's trading. So you have the kind of assurance, oh, amazing, I'm quite happy because it's being traded on the exchange. So the biggest fear over here is, the first biggest fear here is that when will it get listed? So let's say the project says that we will get listed, but we don't know when. Now this happened with me in one of the token, right? Now this token that I participated in, it's still not listed on the exchanges. And just imagine, so let me give you an example of Bankera, right? This was the ICO that I participated in. So understand guys, now I can make a mistake. Now this is why I make a disclaimer always in my video, that nobody is perfect. We are all learning and we all can make a mistake, and you should definitely do your own research before investing. Now why is that important? Because if at all you make a mistake, you will be blaming yourself and not somebody else. And so I participated in this ICO. This ICO is still not listed. It's been more than 6 months or 7 months on the exchanges. Now there are two things which is happening. First is I'm not able to encash my funds there from the token because it's not listed. I cannot sell it off. The second is opportunity cost, right? What if I would have put the same Ethereum in some other token which has gone 10 times up or 100 times up or maybe 1,000 times off, right? So there is an opportunity cost. My fund is stuck. I cannot use that fund. The token price is not growing. It is not yet listed on the exchange. And also the opportunity cost. What if I would have used the same fund on an exchange on some other token which I would have liquidated it? So this is the kind of a risk that you take. Of course, the second kind of risk that it will never get listed on the exchange, and one fine day you get to hear that, oh, the ICO has ran away with the money. So I was reading another news today, and there's another ICO which has actually ran away with people's money. There was another one which we all know about, Confido ICOs, right? So coming back to the crux of this video, the crux of this video is this: the ICOs are here to stay. Will all these ICOs will be there in the next 2 to 3 years? Nobody knows. Almost 90% of these ICOs may just fail. So you are better off in cashing your investment or maybe doubling your investment or whatever, right? So, but ICOs are here to stay. These are tech startups. They will continue to stay in the game. But having said that, not all the ICOs are same. Secondly, you have to have your strategy clear when it comes to investing into ICO. You need to know whether you are getting into this project for the long term, so you're going to hold, you have done your proper research on the team, on the project, you are in for it. And the second kind of investing is you are not interested in project, but what you are interested in is that you are waiting for the token to get listed on the exchange so that you can encash your investment, you can double or triple and use the same money in funding some other kind of ICOs as well. Right, so having said that, guys, this is let me know if you have you would like to add something to this, any other strategy that you follow, anything that can benefit others. Let me know in the comment box below. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this was helpful, and I will see you in the next video. If you're new to this channel, make sure you subscribe and give this video a like. I'll see you in my next video. Thank you so much and take care. Happy investing.